back with the mount kit from Vinoit. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the secondary, racking to the secondary. Now I've already checked the specific gravity. I've cleaned and sanitized my carboy and my auto siphon. I've not put the tip on the anti-sediment tip. Now what I do typically with red wines is when racking to the primary, to the secondary, if it doesn't have the wood chips in it, in the primary, or the wood, what I will do is I will, let's come up. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully, I'm going to pump that a couple of times, get the siphon going, but I'm going to also stir the sediment back up into the wine. Stir it all back up in. For those of you that are watching my channel, you should see that I'm doing the red and the white at the same time. The white I will not be. The white one I will not be mixing up the sediment. Now this here is a 6-gallon carboy. We're only moving over 5 gallons of wine, so we're going to have a little headspace in the top, but that's okay. Don't freak. So we're going to work out all right. Alright, so I got my wine and everything transferred over. Very next thing I'm going to do here is make sure everything doesn't fall on the floor and make a big mess when I'm not looking. But the very next thing I'm going to do is I have a bag of French oak chips, medium toast. And what I'm going to do is, since my hands are clean, I have some oak chips. I'm just going to add them to the carboy like that. Not a whole lot. I just have like 2. Handfuls, which is scientifically me saying almost 30 grams. I'm going to put that in and I'm going to wash and put an airlock on top. Just give me 1 second, I got to wash and get an airlock. Okay, so I have my airlock set to go. I am going to put the last little piece of oak over, push this airlock in, and now I'm going to set that aside probably for 2 to 3 weeks. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want that oak flavor from the chips that I just put in to flavor the wine. You might say, well, why are we putting oak chips in wine? I prefer not to use barrels, but since most people are accustomed to the flavor of an oak barrel on the wine, I simulate that by putting oak chips in the wine. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to rack off of those oak chips in the next video, but we're going to leave it like 3 weeks or so, 2 to 3 weeks, to flavor the wine with a slight oak flavor. Now, I don't like a lot of oak in my wines, and I've said that on other videos as well. I don't like a lot of oak, so what I'm putting in is a very minimal amount of oak, because I think you need some oak to balance out the flavor. I think most American wines are, my personal opinion, way over oaked. You taste the tree before you taste the grape, and to me that's not what I like. And one of the beauties of making wine is you're able to tailor it to your taste. Now, I put in a little bit of oak to get the perception of the oak barrel, but that is not over oaked at all. In fact, a lot of people who are making wine will look at that and say, well, how come I only put such a little bit of oak in? Because it's the way I like it. So what I would recommend is, if you're totally new to this, start with something like what I did and see if you like it. Now, I can tell you this, most people I give a bottle of wine to are like, wow, this is the best wine I ever had, or like, wow, you got any more? And it could be that other people feel the same way I do. So why don't you give it a try with 30 grams roughly of oak. I might even have a little less in this. You can see how scientific I am using my hand as a measurement. Try it like that and see how you like it. If you think that you might want more oak in the next wine kit, then double it. Many wine kits come with, premium wine kits come with like 90 grams of oak or more. So putting in a third of what they put in, should be good to go. Another question I get a lot of times is, well, what's best, the oak chips, the oak cubes, the oak spirals, the dust, the oak sawdust. Oak sawdust I put in the primary. I don't put it in the secondary. So everything else, oak chips, oak cubes, oak spirals, I put in the secondary, like you just saw here. Okay? So what's the difference? Which one is better? I don't know. I use both cubes and I use the chips, and some people like the chips better because they say the oak flavor gets out quicker because there is more surface area of the oak touching the wine. And if you look at these chips in here, there is different size pieces, and they're thinner pieces than the cubes. I found that to be true. I think that the chips go a little bit quicker as far as imparting a flavor into the wine. So that's what we're looking for in this one, because I'm going to want to rack off of that in a few weeks and do my clearing. So that's what I'm using here, and that's what I would recommend. The cubes work perfectly fine. If you have the cubes, go for it. If you don't have anything and this is your first time making wine, you don't even have to put oak in it. Just go for it, and you could skip that oak step entirely. But I would recommend personally, you see, if you're following along with what I'm doing, I would recommend you putting in probably about 30 grams of oak into a red kit to start. And if you like more oak, you can add more oak. If you don't like oak at all, don't add it. It's totally optional. Okay, so we're putting this aside in my closet for let's see, probably about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Come back. The Walser kit that I was making side by side with this one, is not ready yet for primary. It's getting close. For secondary. It's getting close, but it's not quite ready yet. So I'm going to let that one sit a little bit longer and ferment out a little bit more. And this one I'm going to put aside. Alright? In a few weeks, I'm going to be racking off. Alright, catch you guys later. Alright everybody, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you like what you see, please subscribe to my video channel here on YouTube. And definitely check out my blogs, www.cookingitalianrecipes.com with the dashes in the middle, or my other one on winemaking, howtomakehomemade.biz. Thanks for watching, please subscribe, and have an awesome day.